What's up, YouTube? Sanchez 405 coming at you on the Warpath with another Warpath review. Just wanted to, before I even get started, recognize Danny Green, longtime coach of the Minnesota Vikings and Arizona Cardinals, passed away yesterday. Looks like cardiac arrest. If you know Danny Green, famous for his 15-1 Vikings, lost to Atlanta in the NFC Championship game. And also he was famous for another loss when he lost to the Chicago Bears and said the Bears are who they thought they were, and they let them off the hook, and if you want to crown them, then crown their ass for them. And you know, he will be missed, and you know, I just want to touch base with that and send prayers out to his family and thoughts as well. Going back to Warpath review, I'm talking about the big boys up front today. Yeah, that's the offensive line. And when I was doing my research and my, my foresight, because I actually like to know what I'm talking about, I was like, how do you grade an offensive line? Big thing is sacks. Redskins offensive line gave up 27 sacks. Which was 6 less than the highly touted Dallas Cowboys offensive line, where they have all these players and whatever and all this good stuff. But Redskins offensive line had a 4,000-yard passer, kept their quarterback upright. They started out with, as always, our big anchor, silverback Trent Williams. Just a consummate pro bowler. I think he's better than another Redskins recent great, and Chris Samuels. I really do think Trent Williams has surpassed Chris Samuels in that regard. Left guard was kind of a revolving door between Sean Laval and Spencer Long. It really wasn't revolving, but Laval was hurt, and Spencer Long came in, had to get his weight under him, but did really well. Lichtensteiger, he was hurt as well at center, and then you had Josh Levrivas come in there, but he looked good. And then the number 1 pick, you don't see this too often, was a guard, and Brandon Sheriff, and he looked really good at times. Him and Morgan Moses out there at the right tackle, they looked good at times. I mean, they're having their growing pains, but this team for the right side stayed together all season long, and they looked really good. And I really think that Scott McLuhan, he won a big physical player. They found out in preseason Sheriff wasn't going to play right tackle. He was getting beat in practice. So some people say, well, you can get a guard later. You can't put a price on value, and I think Sheriff was a good value at that pick. Could we have used something else there? Probably so, but I think at that pick, it was a good value for him, and we'll see how that goes and everything. But this offensive line has been built through the draft the last few years. When's the last time we can remember 3 players basically being draft picks on the team? At one time, there were 5 Redskin draft picks starting. Think about that. 5 Redskin draft picks on that offensive line starting. And I think the big thing this year is going to be that left guard position that I mentioned. Sean Laval, Spencer Long, and Ari Quanjo from Alabama. These guys, I think they're going to really play because Ari has impressed. And you have to thank Bill Callahan. Bill Callahan has done a hell of a job with this offensive line. Granted, they've had their running struggles, like I mentioned, but they kept Kirk Cousins upright and everything. And I also looked at some other things with Pro Football Focus, and they ranked the Redskins offensive line 12th in the NFL, 11th in the NFL. I am actually pulling up right here, so if I peer off for a little bit, I apologize. 11th, and got them ranked 13th in pass block, 15th in run block, which in the middle of the pack, but I think they were a little bit worse than that. And 12th in penalties, so top half in that. And there's big things. Holding, they say holding happens on every play. Don't really know about that. But, chop blocks and everything, that they're accounting for all that with their offensive line. And I think this offensive line is going to be good. Spencer Long might be looking more towards converting to center, though. I know that they had drafted Austin Ryder last year, late in the draft, but I really do believe Spencer Long could be well served at center, especially if Corey Lichtensteiger gets hurt again. And I think Josh LaRivas, he was really good. They lost Tom Compton, couldn't keep him. He went and scrammed all the way down to Atlanta with a little Kyle Shanahan, so we'll see how that does. Well, Kyle whines and cries, and Daddy, I want to call plays for you again. That's neither here nor there. But I really do like this offensive line. I think it's gonna be a mainstay as long as these guys can stay healthy. With the coach that they have on the offensive line, like I said, Bill Callahan, he made Dallas what they were. And for any lack of intensive purposes, you will feel free to disagree, but he made that great Dallas offensive line that they call it. Please. I'll just roll my eyes on that one. But I like the offensive line. I'm going to keep on saying I like the offensive line. You need to like it. We all should like it. We've got draft picks on this offensive line. We're not going out spending $50 million to get a free agent that's been on somebody's team for 6 years. We've got our own guys. Our left tackle is a draft pick. Possibly our left guard will be a draft pick. Corey Lichtensteiger, we don't know. He was a free agent. Sean Laval on left guard, he was basically a free agent. The whole right side of the line is draft pick. And our backups are too. And that's how you build continuity in the NFL. Is you draft it, you get these talents. You don't pick from other teams, you draft. And that's what Scott did. And you got to give Bruce Allen some credit there, because he drafted some of these picks that are online as well. Spencer Long and Morgan Moses. For what I think, what I'm going to see and what I like to see, I think you'll see Lichtensteiger at center. I think we'll see at left guard. I really like Ari Kwanjo. I think I think he's going to surpass even Spencer Long, but I think Spencer might get backed up to the center position. We'll see, though. Trent Williams will be at left tackle. That's stupid to even question that. He's got a good backup in Ty Nsekhe, who came in and played pretty well for him when he was hurt a couple of times. Also, Morgan Moses looks good. And Brandon Sheriff, he's just going to get better as well. They've got a couple of players in camp as well, too. Just looking at the team's roster, looks like a guy named Al Bond. He's going to be a tackle. Cody Booth, a guard. Kevin Bowen, he's a tackle as well. It looks like Tacoby Cofield, and then they have Neela I'm not even going to say that. He's number 66, so we'll see how that. But I really do think we have a strong offensive line. These guys, and it's going to come down to making some big. They're going to make some decisions as far as this goes. What they're going to do as far as keeping these guys, cutting them as well. We could even see Josh LaRivas being at center as well, depending on how Corey Lichtensteiger plays. Also, I like Ari Kwanjo to win that battle between him and Spencer Long, but I think you're good either way. I'm going to get off here and hop off and get ready for the next video, and I'm going to do a big old special for you. It's going to be wide receivers and tight ends coming up to you here shortly. I'll see you in a little bit. As always, I say love, peace, and hail, and I'll be talking to you soon. I'm out.